Hey, hello everyone. Wow, geez, came in a little hot there. Hi, hello. How you doing, folks? Uh, Welcome to the latest installment, depending on when you're listening, to Deadbeat Son. This is episode 11, coming at you on beautiful September 27th, man. 9/27, never forget. September's always just fly by, dude. It's not even, they don't even happen, you know? It's because it's that, that transition. But it's when, the seasons are transitioning, going through a transitory phase from summer to fall. So, we're too focused on, like, that mostly to even really recognize September. And then plus, the holidays in September suck. It's just like 9/11, and I think that's it, right? Like, that's not fun, not a fun month. Summer's over, and then 9/11, like, that's what's going on this month. Like, geez, man. And lighten it up a bit, Halloween, October's great. October's got it made, Halloween, but yeah, dude. All right, I feel bad for September. Having your birthday in September's gotta suck too. Mine's just, mine's at the end of August. So if it was even just a few more days, dude, I'd be so bummed. But alas, I'm not, and that's why I'm doing so well, I think. Thanks for everyone who's watching, who's commenting, who's following along. Had a comment on the last episode on the video on YouTube, correcting me about, or enlightening me, if you will, about the Mormon tradition and why people get married. And love that. Love an unironic, some genuine feedback on something that I'm making light of. Making jokes out of, but hey, I love that people are watching. That's cool. Love that's a crazy feeling that people are watching. I've actually met a few people. I've met a few people, like maybe three, legitimately a few, who not only have watched the podcast, but do watch or listen to the podcast. So shout out to those people that I've met. You know who you are because we talked. And so that was fun, right? I hope so. It's very special. It's very cool. It's interesting now because, I get, I'll get, I've gotten recognized like a handful of times, maybe, probably not even 10 times out here, but it does, or it is, starting to happen, here and there, or, maybe the tough thing that I can foresee, in the future, if this does continue to happen, or if it happens more, if, I gotta be careful about where it happens all of a sudden. I didn't think I'd have to ever worry about that, but like just last week, this was pretty rough. This guy comes up to me. I'm at a comedy club at their open mic, because I still, of course, go to open mics and bomb all the time, right? But I got to work on new stuff, right? So I still go. And so I'm at this open mic, waiting to get called up, and this dude comes up to me, and he's likes my hey, I've seen you on wherever, and seen you this and that. I think you're funny. Can I get a picture? He's like, do you mind if I get a picture? I go, of course not, dude. That's hell yeah, let's do it. So we take the phone, do a little pic with the two of us, and I say, hey man, yeah, if you post that, make sure to tag me in it so I can repost, and he goes, yeah man, I'm gonna do that. I'll do it tonight, dude. I'll do it, like, I'm gonna do that right away. And felt good, nice feeling, feels good, be complimented, be recognized for my work. So he goes off, sits with his friends, hey man, probably telling them, oh, I get called. I go up at the open mic, dude. When I tell you, I bombed like no one, like nobody's business. I was so not funny that like I didn't even think I was. Dude, I did. I was shell shocked. I didn't even. I was like that Mr. Krabs meme, dude. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was trying out some new stuff, and it didn't work, and I just kept going with it, and it just kept not working. And then I did. I was like, oh, this will work, and then that didn't. Oh, dude. I started off okay. I got a laugh up top with the first joke, and then everything else just, dude, flatlined. And I left, with my head in my hands, dude, shame, stricken with shame. And that guy never posted that picture. And I'm not surprised. I get it. It was yeah, I looked. He didn't post it, or I didn't get tagged in anything. So that's the tough part, about people recognizing me, is that like they'll see me, oh man, hey, you're oh, I saw you. They've just seen the the stuff I put on Instagram, which is, stuff that works. I'm not doing that at open mic. So if somebody sees me at one of these places where I'm trying out new stuff, or just like fucking around and, doing crowd work or whatever, and I gotta come up with some sort of disclaimer. Be like, yes, but I appreciate, the kind words. Remember that. Remember me for what you've seen, not what you're about to see. Because what you're about to see, I cannot vouch for. I'm not saying that I always bomb, but like I still, shit still doesn't work sometimes. That's why I do it. That's why I go to places. That's why I work them out at places that not a lot of people go. Like I go to, bars where there's like 4 people sitting at the bar with their backs turned to me, and then there's people playing pool behind me. Like that's, that's where I'll work out material. But if I get, and then I'll go there, and then some dude will be like, oh man, I've seen you on Instagram, you're so funny. Well, hey, thanks. And then I go up, eat my ass in front of everybody, and then I walk past them and they go, hey, jeez, Actually, famous people got to be careful where they get spotted, You want to be like, oh, dude, are you Shia LaBeouf? Like, dude, what are you doing at this anti-geriatric convention? What are you doing at this anti-resuscitation seminar? Like, oh, bro, Keanu? Is that Keanu Reeves? Dude, what the hell? Dude, what are you doing at this, babies are racist convention? What do you, I don't think, I mean, I get why I'm here, but what the hell are you doing here? Stuff like that. You gotta be careful. I'm a little on edge, this week, cause I'm quit. I quit the vape. Quit the old vaping. Cause you gotta. Anytime I start to enjoy something, I gotta take a step back and go, all right, why am I enjoying this so much? And is it to a point where it's, I'm consumed by it? And I was. You gotta stop and keep yourself in check sometimes, So I'm off the stuff, and but boy, oh boy, does it suck, Oh, it's tough, but what keeps me motivated to not vape is seeing the people who vape. You know what I mean? Yeah, you do. You know exactly what I mean. The best motivation to not pick up that vape, baby, is seeing people at a bus stop vaping. Seeing some like 28-year-old guy with his 23-year-old girlfriend, and They look like they're in their 60s, for God's sakes, and they're standing there with just this, box, and they're just slurping on those things, You see that and you go, okay, I'm not gonna vape. Oh, right, that's why I'm not doing it, so I don't look like, dear God, You ever see that? Yeah, you have. Of course you have. They're everywhere. Look at it. Find a bus stop. I swear to God, there'll be a couple there. Find a Walmart. Just hang out at the entranceway of a Walmart. There's always a couple walking out. You never see them walking in. They're always walking out of like a Walmart. They don't really go to Target. But that's what keeps me going. Honestly, for real. I swear to God. Anytime I feel that craving, I go, oh man, I could use right now. I just remember, oh geez, the snapback monster, and the DC chunks. They're still rocking DC chunks, this guy, and he looks like Kevin Federline with, a heroin addiction. That's what vaping makes any guy look like. If you vape enough, you look like Kevin Federline, who's had some, actually really just Kevin Federline. Even when he was like even when he was hot, he looked emaciated. So that's how I stay away from it. That's how you could do it too. I know a lot of people who do it who want to not do it, and I'm sure there's a number of you listening or watching who vape and have thought about not doing it. And you know what, why I did, and I would avoid reading up on the negative effects, because that's what you do when you enjoy things. You just I don't need to know what's gonna happen to me. Don't tell me. It's bubblegum watermelon. Those are what do you mean that's gonna give me leukemia? Wait, what do you mean this unicorn puke has traces of lead? Wait a minute. But I thought it was this. Nah. And then eventually I finally, all right, I'll read up on it. And then any article is like, any article will tell you that vaping is way better than smoking, but still not better than not doing anything. Right? It's still worse than not doing it at all, so probably don't. They could do that with all the stuff. I mean, that's how they did it with smoking, the anti-smoking campaigns. They would show that lady with the freaking hole in it. Don't smoke. She would do that whole thing, and scare the shit out of you. But oh God, I don't want to turn into that. If they showed us like the weed stuff, if they showed an anti-weed campaign that was like, that was a bunch of white guys like me, but except they have twisted, braids, and playing 311 or playing Tool, and just like telling you about space and like, isn't it weird that we haven't been to the moon in 60 years, man? It's like, Jesus Christ, I don't know if this drug is for me, right? They just showed us the losers of each thing, like with alcohol. They just tell you the health factors, right? They tell you, liver failure, stomach cancer, whatever, all this and that. But if they just showed you like some dude, some like 30-year-old who's still a junior in college because he just keeps dropping out, but hanging out with like the frat guys and trying to go to the parties, and he's like the old sage, because he's 30. They just show you those guys and you'd be like, oh, I'm not drinking, dude. But they don't. They show you the cool guys, right? Obviously. Like one time when I was a kid, I was living in Canada with my mom, right? And we're out driving, and I see on the street is my grandpa riding a bike, a bicycle. Um, but he wasn't. It wasn't like, oh, I'm out for a bike ride. It was like he was wearing like jeans and a t-shirt, and he was riding his bike, and it was like a mountain bike, whatever, not even a road bike. And I go, what is that, grandpa? And my mom's like, oh yeah, it is. I go, why is he riding a bike? And that's how I learned about DUIs. That's how I learned that if you drink and drive too many times and get caught doing it, you can't drive anymore, and you got to ride your bike to go places. That'll get you that'll set you straight, you know? That'll set you straight more than some AA meeting of like, oh, I did this, I did all this crazy shit and then lived to tell. If you see your grandpa riding a bike, not because he wants to, but because he has to, you'll steer clear of the stuff. Uh, I don't know, man. He's a good guy. I'm sure he's doing well. He's probably not alive. There's no way he's alive. I remember when I was a kid in Canada. A lot of other kids were talking about getting hooked on Listerine and NyQuil. That's how they would do it, because you couldn't buy alcohol, but you could do that, I guess. So they would go get someone to buy them cough medicine and mouthwash and just get high off or get drunk off it, which, I mean, dude, like the parents, imagine having to these kids would come home, late at night, and their parents would be checking them for alcohol. Let me smell your breath, and then it's minty as can be. You're fucked, bro. If you came home, we had to mask. They would have to like mask their fresh breath and make it worse. These kids were hardcore, you know. They come home, yeah. You gotta like eat some dirt before you walk in the house, just sort of get as much fast food in you as you can, dude. Just eat something it's real potent, some kimchi. Yeah, you wouldn't smell like Jameson, you'd come home smelling like, straight up Colgate or Listerine, I guess, if that's the one that has it. But it's a big one, and that's a big thing that's happening right now, is the old NyQuil challenge, huh? You like that? If anyone is watching or listening who has done that, please send in what happened. I would love to know if you like met God or you saw my grandpa Dennis. Cause that's just a new it's just a new Tide Pod thing, right? Like kids, we just love to die in ridiculous ways, don't we? That I don't even know how this one came to be. The Tide Pod thing I can understand because they look like candy. They look delicious. They look like, it looks like candy cream. Like it looks like a candy, like a syrupy thing in one pocket, and then like a cream on the other, like a cream egg. It looks delicious, but I digress. The NyQuil chicken I don't get, unless it's like a variation of like the pouring lean in the cup is pouring NyQuil. But then to cook it, they had to put out a statement. I think NyQuil did. Had to put out a statement about not doing it because if you cook the the medicine, the vapors will fuck you up, dude. Because that's gotta be what it is, right? It's just like lean chicken. And I don't mean like lean meats. I mean, because it is, pretty lean already. But I mean lean, like codeine sort of stuff. That seems like something Lil Pump would do for sure. I believe that. Did he start that? Can we check on that? I don't have a producer. You're doing well as like a country, as a society, as a generation, where corporations and branches of government need to make public official statements about dousing your chicken in NyQuil and then cooking it and eating it. Dude, how high do you get from that, honestly? I gotta know, because that's the thing, man. With a lot of these drugs, my theories on it, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I, look, don't do drugs, okay? I'm saying that up right now. Right up top, I'm saying that. Don't do them. But the ones that ruin people's lives, it's like, okay, well, what am I missing out on? How good are we talking? Oh, enough to ruin your entire life? Sounds good to me, right? Like, well, I just kind of did a full circle, and I'm now contradicting myself with the ads thing. Damn it. You ever just talk long enough and you contradict the entire first half of your podcast? Son of a bitch. All right, let's figure this out. I agree. Okay, so earlier I said that if you want to get people to not do something, show them what happens when they do it. In most cases, I think to a degree, maybe that's what it is. If it's like kind of shitty, like kind of pretty bad, like if it's like it makes you annoying to makes life tougher, then show me, right? If it makes you an annoying person, show me that ad and I won't do the thing, and if it makes your life kind of tough, like the bicycle thing, show me that, because I won't want to do it. But if this particular substance in question is good enough to, or has the effect to make you cut off contact from everybody and live in a makeshift shelter of sticks, twigs, and Popeye's boxes, and just always looking for that next kick, that next little buzz, then don't show me that, because I'll want to do it. Like, God, that's terrible. Oh man, this person's lived they used to be top of their class in Harvard, and now they're living under a bridge, just looking for that next fix. They threw it all away just to get a taste of the next buy, the next thing. Oh, geez, must be pretty good then, right? If it's better than, I don't know. So, but don't cook chicken in NyQuil. How did I get there? Jesus, huh? It had, at least I'm not all over the place. That's the lesson too, by the way. If you want to, if you're trying to quit anything, we can get sincere. If you're trying to quit anything, feel free to reach out to the podcast, reach out to me personally. We can talk about different methods, things that you do. Like I'm quitting this. I haven't touched a vape in, it's been over a week now. It's been like 10 days. Feeling good, whatever. If anyone wants to talk about their stuff they're trying to kick or whatever, or talk about how good something that you did was, reach out. I'm down to talk about it. And if you do, look, if you do see me out and you know me, please, say hi. I love it. It's great. It's a cool feeling, and I love the support. And I love talking to people. It's cool. So I don't mean to disparage anyone who came up to me. So with that, I think that's an episode, right? It's probably like 25 minutes. Headlining. Got a headlining date coming up. This is the biggest thing right now. I need to push. October 23rd, catch me headlining Wise Guys Comedy Club in Salt Lake City. Tickets are available at wiseguyscomedy.com. You can go there, or you can go through my website, treylam.com, and get tickets there. Got dates coming up. I'll be in California in November, or end of October now. I've extended it end of October to early November. So I'm there for a week now, maybe more, as I put more dates together. So stay posted, keep an lookout for that. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it with people. Look out for clips. And I think that does it. Stay sexy, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.